Chris, let me take a look at that one you were talking about. What was it called? Mole or something? Kroll? Chris, what's the name of the stock that was acquired? Clol, something like that. Ecol. Ecol. Yeah, we can't do anything about that. Look, it's already at 47. That's it. It's over. Good luck. Didn't get in at 30, whatever, on that halt. Then that was it. You had 15 seconds to get in. Yeah. Not even 15 seconds. Yeah, there you go. I mean, I'm not sure how anybody could catch that. That's not a missed opportunity. That's, bullshit, ridiculous, pie in the sky, get rich quick, gamble-holic thinking. There's zero way to have a strategy on that. Just, yeah. You might as well dial up radio stations to try to win the sweepstakes. All right. We are now live on everywhere. On everywhere. And what was I going to say about that was, yes, say hello. If you're on YouTube, if you're on Twitch, let's see if on the chat over here. Thoughts on Qualcomm? Yeah, I don't know if you're talking about like for swing trade, for an investment, for a day trade. The chart here shows that it's topping. It's in a stage. We got a stage 3 clinger here at the top. Meant to message you in here, but hit the Discord instead. Oh, what were you trying to say? Oh, you already deleted it. Pie in the sky sounds delicious right now. It's a pizza spot in Nashville. Oh man, that's a great name for a pizza place. What do they say in that song? When the hits your eye, amore. How does that? Is there something about pizza in that song? Oh, when the moon hits your eye. Isn't there some pizza in that song somewhere? Maybe not. They make it sound like it's a pizza song, like the Italian song. Yeah. Oh, like a big pizza pie. There you go. Like a big pizza pie. No, not piece of pie. I just looked it up. It's actually pizza pie. So I was right. Yep, pizza pie. So I know I wasn't crazy. Anyway, they should call that pizza pie in your eye. So they should have that's another pizza place. Good morning, Strong Zombie. Good morning. Yeah, it's still showing up as doubles again. I can't believe that. But all right. Like a big pizza pie, somebody said there on TikTok. Yep. All right. So what we're looking at this morning is a big gap open on the market, a couple of points. And I was just checking the stats on that in the last 20 days, the way the market's been behaving across 2,200 plus stocks. It's about a coin flip, 50-50, that's going to continue until 10 a.m. So the first 30 minutes of the market. So it's about a coin flip. And so that's great. We can work with a coin flip. And then it's actually about a 60% chance, so more than less, 60-40, that we will end up down. It'll be a red day by the end of the day. All right, so that's interesting, right? It doesn't necessarily mean that it's not going to just go up all the way to the end of the day, right? But that's the lesser chance. But again, we can work with that. That's around a coin flip, both of them. So what I'd like to do is try to attack Enphase, ENPH. They had good earnings, and all you need to do is grab them on the next breakout, which is 180.5. That could happen pre-market even. We have 17 minutes until the market opens. And the risk unit between the breakout and your stop, which is the bottom of the valley between those 2 points, between the high of the breakout and when it breaks out, becomes your risk unit. And if you can just get even 2 of those in the first 30 minutes versus your risk unit that you took, then you beat a coin flip. If you can win $100 on heads and $50 on tails, are you going to be flipping that coin all day heads and calling heads? Yes. So that's what we have today. We have a coin flip of a morning. The market's either going to be on our side or not. Either way, Enphase had positive earnings and it has a chance. And with the wind at our back, it could really, really work out. So I think ENPH, it's $180.5 per share at the next breakout, is the trade to go for here. And or, any of these stocks that are up, NVIDIA that are up a lot pre-market. But Enphase, it's got the earnings, it's got the catalyst on its side. And so the trade might be short, but what we're looking for is, 2 for 1. 2 for 1 or better. And should the market do its thing, then, we might get 4 to 1, 5 to 1. Obviously, you're going to have to use at-the-money options in order to day trade this on Enphase, unless you have like a $100,000 or a $500,000 account, because a 1% rule is going to be, let's see what the difference is here. The stop could be 177.5 to 180.5. That's $3 of risk. So actually, yeah, you might be able to do it with shares. So if you have a $10,000 account, then you can grab 33 shares using the 1% rule. And so that 33 shares would then cost 180.5 times 33, $5,950. So the whole trade can be afforded properly with perfect risk using stock shares. And, that's the way the market is. It's a probability engine. You'll always hear me say probably this, probably that. It's probably going to probably. It's because it's a probability engine, and you just need to be keeping your risks low and your reward potentials high, and trying to get at least better, than a 25% chance on anything. A coin flip is great. Can you imagine a coin flip? We have a 50% chance. That's high. If, for a trader, all you really need to be winning is 1 out of 4 trades to be a professional trader. Lose 3, win 1. And so therefore, what you're looking for is better than a 4 to 1 reward to risk ratio. That'll make up for the 1 in 4. You'll be at break even if you got 4 to 1 on a 1 to 4 chance. The 25% chance. If you have a 25% chance that you win, and you have a 4 to 1 reward to risk ratio every time you get in there, then you're break even if that works out. Now, if we can get that chance, that 25% chance to go up to a coin flip, that's insane. That's insane. A coin flip's chance is great. We will take that all day. So if you are going to trade, let's say, an index, SPY or the Qs, I recommend the Qs because SPY is a mixture also of industrials and some value stocks as well. And it's just not going to have the move that the Qs are going to have today because growth is outperforming today value about 3 to 1. That's right. Chris says, don't let the price scare you. That happened to me the other day with GPGH. I think it was like 15 cents a risk. The stock moved like $10. Just buy what you can up to 1% risk and you'll get your move. So yeah, you must, let's see. If you had a $10,000 account on that, you would have been able at 15 cents a risk to buy 600 shares and it moved $10. So that's $6,000 of profit on a $10,000 account. $6,000 of profit on a $10,000 account. Yeah. So don't let the 1% rule scare you. It's the only thing actually saving you. It's the only thing protecting your ass. I'm going to do a refresh on the market chameleon, but basically we're also watching IFBD and MITQ. I do believe that the big opportunity today is on end phase, just because the market is finally poised to give us a good risk reward. Can I explain the 1% rule? Yes, but I've done so many times before, and those videos are up in my market mastery. So I recommend, if you want to learn the 1% rule, that's an intermediate trader level risk management function. And I recommend you just go dive into my market mastery. It's the price of a cup of coffee. So just look for market mastery on the internet, on Google, and it's the first or second link that comes up. Market mastery with Chart Trader. That's me, Evan Evans. And that'd be the one. ESFC for momentum trade. Let me see here. ESFC, yeah, that could work. Let's see. DCFC, and the warrants are also moving. DCFC. Yeah, DCFC looking great. It's losing momentum already. Just did a failed retest, and looks like that could be almost over at this point. Actually, breakdown at 12.2. If we break 12.2, that's a breakdown. Freedom costs $1.05. Yes. Why are we talking about that? I'm not sure. Oh, Costa Coffee. Yeah, there you go. Yes. You're welcome, and I hope you take advantage of it. Did Facebook hit bottom? Let's see. No, we don't know that yet. We don't know that yet. Is the way that the answer is on that. Gonna have to probably base for a while and then break out of a base for just like a gear shifting 180 reversal. That's highly doubtful on Facebook. It's a buyout, Herman. No trade there. XCRS is a buyout soon. Okay. So is Peloton, right? That's called mergers and acquisitions arbitrage, M&A arbitrage, which you guys are trying to think about doing. And there's a lot of risk to it. But if that attracts you, then stick to that. Like what did I say? Mike Minervini said today. I posted, if you can't stick to your strategy and wait until the next setup of that strategy, however long that is, it could be days or weeks. then you don't have a strategy. You have an addiction. So the question is, what's your strategy? If your strategy is mergers and acquisitions trades, go for it. But figure out what your strategy is and stick to it. The real question is, what's your strategy? What's your strategy, Stephen? Do you have one? What's your strategy, Tony? Do you have one? How about you, Camille? How about you, Jackson? You guys need to have a strategy, and you need to stick to it. Otherwise, you have an addiction. You don't have a strategy. I think that's the point there. Figure out what your strategy is and call me in the morning. Support, resistance, and price action. Okay, I like that. Good. Rebuilding, but your strategy is SPY and negative VIX divergence day trading. Okay, I like that. Let's watch that today closely. 5 to 6. Let me get the time frames a bit better here. Shit lines up. Your strategy is to, my strategy, says Tony King, is to simply develop a thesis and stick to it. I've learned 20 or so here so far. Okay, yeah, and those are strategies. Yeah. So, professional traders have 3 to 5 tops strategies in total that they master and rinse and repeat until they're dead. There goes DCFC starting to put in some strength. Nope. If it breaks over 13.01 on DCFC, you can get in for 80 cents of risk. Here it goes. Looks like it's going. If it breaks 13.01 DCFC, you can get in for 80 cents of risk pre-market. 4 minutes until the market opens. Good morning, everybody on TikTok. How's it going? If you'd like to come check out our trading community, our trading group, click the link in my bio. LMT all-time high. All right. I know that Faraz is all over that. Camille says, I've been trading with you for a year now. It would be dumb if I didn't have a strategy yet. Thank you for spelling that funny so I didn't mess up and get banned. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I'll have to start using that. But I'm not going to say it. I'm not even going to go there. I'm not going to press my luck on that one. All right, and on end phase, we're looking for, that's ENPH, if you don't know the ticker. We're looking for a breakout of 180.50. For $3 of risk, stop at 177.50. We have 3 minutes and 30 seconds until the market opens to get it. And where is end phase right now? 178.60. So it'll be a toss-up between the 175 strike and the 180 strike if you're going to do the options. And we have 2 minutes until the market opens. Why is AMC up here? Because I am currently holding AMC short. Oh, no, I'm not. I still have AMC short. Yeah, but I cut GME the other day. Morning, Michael. Palermo. Remember, options at the money are about 50 shares, delta of 0.5. So when you do your risk calculation, if it comes out to 65 shares you can buy for $3 on ENPH, then you're safe getting one at the money option. Yeah, I'm watching the whole market, and I have another screen even here where I'm watching all the different sectors. There's the breakout on DCFC. Who got in? Who got it? It's already at 357, 1380. All right, I'm grabbing ENPH. There goes ENPH. And DCFC, who got in? All right, Mark. All right. Make sure you guys are taking profits at every 25-cent level on DCFC. So 1325, 1350, 1375, 14 underneath all those levels. ENPH really going up. Oof. Big sell-off right now on ENPH. Could that be market wide? Keep your stop at 177.50-ish. Okay, now ENPH is picking up steam, and so is DCFC. Come on. And the market itself, the Qs are selling off. That's going to drag things down. It is still the first 1 minute and 30 seconds of the market here. ENPH, ENPH, correct, yes. How did you know? How did you know that somebody on TikTok was asking what the ticker name was, and then you typed it into the Zoom, Dondrell? That's strange. You're a psychic. Ford is up a good 30 cents. Well, there goes ENPH. Just give it a moment here. Give it 20 seconds. It looks like a pretty strong sell-off. Give it another 10 seconds. And then it looks like we are going to have to cut ENPH. It is pulling back. And yeah, that's where we're at on ENPH. It's starting to catch some demand. But yeah, you should put your order in now to cut. Q's in the market, just not on our side. DCFC still in play. $13.25, $13.29. Make sure you get your profits out on DCFC, 5 to 20% of your position out underneath every 25-cent level. Wayne, if you're having any stress or emotional problems or something, you probably over risked. You're probably risking more than you should, and probably shouldn't even have taken that trade if that's the case. You got to size all your risks to the 1% rule, and board short, could be cutting that soon. Who knows? We'll see. So N phase still moving down. It looks like it wants to fill the gap, so you might want to take puts on N phase now. It's looking like it's continuing that trend, that it wants to find a bottom. How low it will go, you don't know. This could be the bottom, but you can't make money if you don't get in the ring. You can't win if you don't fight. That doesn't interest you, then don't trade. Right? Got to be willing to get your face smashed in if you want to be able to win a fight. What about Facebook, Dondrell? All right, DCFC's holding the 1310-ish level. Definitely held 13 pretty strongly. 1335 now, 1340. And N phase continuing to go down. It's trying to find its lower end. IFBD, yeah, 121. This is a good entry on IFBD for 10 cents of risk, stop at 110. IFBD. And then take profits at every 5-cent level. Underneath every 5-cent level, 125, 130, 135, 140, 145, 150. DCFC now pushing into the 50s, 1349, 1337, 50. There's 1350. Make sure you're taking your profits 5 to 20% out at that underneath that 1350 level, every 25-cent level, underneath every 25-cent level, 5 to 20% of your position out. And then now that you've taken your first profit, you can set the half of your position to break even stop. Current all out stop is 12.2 on your original risk. Best 3 stocks for long term, Microsoft, Apple. There you go. There's 2. I used to say Facebook, but we need to see where that settles in first. All right, you just went back to your entry on DCFC. It's hitting 12.9, potentially failing out. ENPH, who's making bank on the shorts on that? Did you guys get puts on ENPH? It's definitely trying to find its bottom. There's some profit to be made there. That can work. Yeah, that can work, Mr. M. Yes. Yes, Lockheed, all-time high apparently. What did I study in college? Mathematics and composing music. Microsoft up a couple of points this morning. Oh, good, Chris. Excellent. College made me a better stock trader or composer. Composer. I think I was already, mathematical. Oh, of course I've written. Absolutely, I've written the music for about 150 movies. Somebody I said, "Have you written any music?" Yeah. You could see a really cool recent movie called The Perception. That's with Nick Bateman. You guys might know from Vine. He became kind of a big star. He's now the male spokesmodel for one of those perfumes, Bulgari. Anyway, Nick Bateman starring in The Perception. And this pretty cool movie, pretty cool score. Another good movie to watch is The Poker Club. Yeah, thanks. And music is mathematical. Yeah, yeah. I have some tips. Do you have any tips for me, like money? You gonna give me a tip if I give you a tip? No, but seriously, if you want to learn, I have hundreds of videos for the price of a cup of coffee. If you just look up market mastery on Google, just type market mastery and go start learning. And if a cup of coffee is too expensive for you, then fuck you. Oh, enjoy. What can I say? I'm not going to help somebody who can't give me $5. Yeah, Market Mastery. Check it out on Google. It's the second or first link, depending on it. It goes up or down in ranking every week. But I'm Chart Trader, as you know, and Evan Evans. When you get to the right one, it'll be that one, the one from me. You can sign up for the other one. I don't even know what the other one is, but I think they teach you how to trade the markets as well. ENPH still moving down. You should be making a really good money on those puts. Chris, you just follow the path of victory, buddy. On that, you're staying in. Oh, thanks, man. What's your name? Oh, Jake says he just finished the market mastery for the second time. Wow. Way to go, Jake. What do you think you got out of it the second time? Isn't it interesting how when you like read a book the second time, you learn something for the second time, you understand some of the stuff that you only understood the first time a totally different way, at a whole new level. Other dots connect and concepts somehow beginning concepts become advanced. um, yeah, I'm curious to what you say, Jake. Richie, all right, nice to meet you, man. Like to see you more around here. You can click the link in my bio or profile, Richie, if you want to come check out our Discord. Somebody else with the what did you study in college? Like, this is the latest thing to ask me what I studied in college. Anything to do with stocks. Mathematics. I studied mathematics and composing music. since I was 11. I've been going to college since I had been going to college uh, since I was 11 years old. Like my mom would pick me up from elementary school and then drive me over to the college and drop me off for class over there. I I'm just I'm one of those of people who loves to learn. I love to learn. But anybody could do that. This person says child genius. If all it takes is for somebody to just love to learn, I mean, that's going to put you ahead of the curve. And what is that? If you want to measure that in IQ, which is just a spectrum of how advanced you are for your age, that is how they determine that. To the general population, then yeah, if you love to learn as a young person, I mean, you're going to be higher up on that chart. I like to stay sharp, but these days, I definitely am chilling more. But yeah, for the first 20 years of my life, all I wanted to do was learn, 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 learn. So end phase is still going down more, and following that path of victory, you can still hang on. It is so long as it stays below VWAP and various moving averages, you can keep holding on to that, Chris, onto end phase short. Oh, Jake does have something he wanted to say. He says, the first time I finished it, I gained a better understanding of the stock market and trading strategies. The second time I finished it, I actually comprehended everything and felt more confident about what I was learning and what I was putting to work. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. So it was like the first time was introduction to concepts, and then the second time was comprehending concepts. And now I guess you're going to start putting them to work. And for that, when you start putting them to work, I would also recommend you go over the performance section again. There's only, I think, 4 videos in the performance section, but they're long. And because performance is really an advanced concept, it's like, okay, I'm doing good. How can I, do 7% better? Stuff like that. You're not really worried about that when you're a beginner. When you're a beginner, you're like, how do I make sure I just don't lose my ass? Right? That's step one. And that's really should be your first year's trading goal, is how to protect your ass from being destroyed. Mac says, I came across another trader on TikTok Live this morning. He bought 20 call contracts deep in the money on Enphase, trying to find him again to do a wellness check. Yeah. Well, hang on now. He bought those before. He bought those like yesterday at the market open. Yeah. Well, if he's a good trader, then he cut them really quick. Yeah, learn by trial and error is expensive. Man, you said it. So all I ask is, cup of coffee for the price of a venti with inflation. uh, that's all I ask in return, and you can then stand on my shoulders, and all my 25 years of experience, plus 25 plus years of experience in the market. End phase making a new low. Industrials and SPY moving up. So I guess the coin flipped tails, didn't it, guys? The coin flipped tails today. Growth decided to stall out, and value is zooming. So total, the coin flipped, came up tails. It is 13 minutes until 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and the coin flipped tails. How much does a good education cost? Well, these days, not much. but you kind of got to be what do they call it? An autodidact. Have you ever heard of that? An autodidact. It's somebody who naturally can teach themselves. That's what I am. I'm an extreme. I'm like an autodidact addict. That's why I have books like this on my desk. Can never stop absorbing information. End phase now at 162.50. When I told you to go short was at 175. So you're now down 15 points at that short / put options entry on end phase. So you should be up $1,500 per contract and still rolling and still running. Ben says, just say it. You love being a nerd. I mean, I'm a nerd and I can't get away from it. I'm a geek. I'm a nerd. But I do love nature and doing some of that stuff, but not the same way that like a jock or a physical or an extroverted type of person loves doing, say, skiing or jet skiing or all that. Mark, I can't say that. Yes, I'm very good at that though. Thanks, man. Yeah, thanks about the shirt. Thanks. My daughter wants to be an astronaut. She's 9. She originally wanted to be a geologist. You know, she wants to be an astronaut these days. So she's gone to space camp over at NASA and does a lot of astronaut-related learning and experience in projects and stuff. So we go over to the Johnson Space Center frequently. Got the annual membership. But now since she wanted to be a geologist, that still stuck. New low of the day on end phase coming right up. The geologist kind of thing stuck as well. So, you know, she wants to study rocks on the moon and on Mars. And there was an interesting phase there where she didn't want to go to space anymore. She wanted to just work in the control center and assist astronauts, be part of the team. And that's fine. Hell, you know, whatever you want to do. Either way, that's fine. But yeah, now she feels again more interested to go to Mars. And, you know, I think by the time she's, you know, able, 25, from now, that's 15 years from now, you know, they might need hundreds or thousands of people. And yeah, I guess you did. Yeah, it's really cool. And who knows, you know, in 15 years, whether we're going to need hundreds, thousands, or tens of thousands. But they do call her generation, this new generation, the Mars generation. You know, people who don't want to go to Mars, you know, or people who are against that kind of level of progress, maybe they won't admit that they're against it because they don't want to sound like an idiot, but they are idiots. But people who are like that, who just sort of resist the change and all that kind of stuff, you know, they exist, you know, like Amish, right? You know, the Amish people, they don't, you know, they're not interested in embracing technology, advancements, innovation. They just want the old way of life, right? So, you know, the thing is, like in 20 or 30 years, if you're not interested in space exploration, you basically are an Amish, quote unquote, you know, with no insult to the Amish people, but you're a quote unquote Amish person of the future. Like you are now the Amish. So it's not that there's anything wrong with you. There's always room for people who aren't interested in progress and in innovation. But if that's the case, you're going to be the clump of people that just realize you are going to become like the Amish in the future. Local gym. Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah, that'd be good, Ben. Geology, a wide range of possibilities. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think she loves the how you can find out so much about the evolution of the dirt of the landscape. I'm thinking of the word tierra, in Spanish, um, from geology, and the history there and everything. Uh, there's so much to learn from it. Okay, it looks like we're bottoming out on ENPH, but do not exit yet, Chris. If you want max potential here. Or if you have multiple contracts, you might want to take one off now because it looks like we're going sideways. But consolidations happen and pullbacks happen. Can't get too scared of that if you want max gain. But the way this has been rolling, I'd say that if price got above 164, you could probably cut your position. All right, now I want to go over to Berkshire Hathaway's B shares and check on that breakout trade that I'm thinking of entering. Okay, great. We have a little bit of pullback. So I'm going to get into BRKB, Berkshire B, or a breakout. Continuation trade could last 15 days, something like that. Chris, you're in shares? Great. So exit a little bit. Exit 25% of your shares. Did you exit yet? Any? Have you been chipping away? Okay. Yeah, you want to get out 25% now because it's going sideways. That's a sign of momentum shift. Okay. It might not be a reversal. It might be just consolidation, but the thing has positive news. So this could be the bottom. We don't normally bet down on positives, right? Especially if they've had a positive reaction already. So you may want to get, good 25 to 50% out right in here. And then let the rest ride some pivot points a little bit more. So long as it stays under VWAP, you have hope for a continued downside move. All right, I'm pulling up the Berkshire B shares on the option chain. Where are they? There they are. And we already picked this out from yesterday. Going to get the 310, I believe it was. Look at that again. Yes, the 310, February 18. There's about 9 days on that. And a nice tight spread and a lot of liquidity. Everybody's trading the 310. So that's a swing trade. It's of the storm. Okay, bought. It's not purchased yet, but the order's in. February 18, call 310 on Berkshire B shares. for breakout. Well, it's technically a cup and handle breakout. CNH breakout on a volume 10 to 15 day trade. Obviously, we'll be rolling out if we need more time. Now you guys are going to bid it up. I better I better get in there and modify my order to fill before you guys bid it up. Pay 20 cents more. All right, well, it's just sitting there for now. Fixed divergence, says Radchenkov. Let's see. Yes. Bearish divergence on the VIX. We do have bearish divergence on the VIX. Did you catch that, Jackson? You see why? Here, I'll draw it for you, guys. If you guys can see my screen with the VIX, the inverse VIX and the SPY there, you have pre-market, you have this low, and now we have that low. That's a lower low, but on SPY, going up, see? So that's VIX divergence. Oh, that's okay, man. Oh, there we go. I got filled on the Berkshire. It looks like another one of you probably was sitting right behind me with the same price. Oh no, the spread just got a little bit wider. Right. Well, fingers crossed that follows through. The risk information is in the trade alert, by the way, right above there. It's like $8 worth. The stop at 312. Stop at 312. So it's currently like 321 or something. What's it at? 323. So it's like $11 of risk. What do I think about SWN? You've been swing trading it? Let's see. I mean, it's all over the place. Yeah, I wouldn't mess around with it. You're going to lose money on that, I believe. Stay away from that. Trade things that are trending. It's a good tip. ENPH breaking new low, almost. It did, I believe. Yeah, Chris. So the remaining shares are not under threat there, Chris. You're in good shape. It should have been about $8 of risk on your short entry there, Chris. I don't know if you calculated it that way. All right, whoever did the in there on that, that's the way to do it. You guys get in one of my plays over on the alerts. Just emoji and IN in. I believe I got in for 14.10. Let me double check. Yep, 14.10, right on the money. Currently, the mark is 13.775. I don't expect necessarily today to be the day that it takes off, but I just know that I'm happy that it's pulled back, and I'm happy to get in this region. All right, we have a cup and handle breakout alert on PTSI. So it's time to get into PTSI for 10-day trade. February 18 also. this much of this big of a candle, we can set our stop at 76, so $3.75 of risk. PTSI. The alert was just sent. That is correct, Mac. I literally just said that. You must not have been paying attention. I said obviously if we need more time, we will roll that. All right, PTSI has no options, so you'll have to buy shares. Driving. Oh, okay. All right. Yes, that is the case. But thanks for catching that. Always just go ahead and say something. No problem. All right. So we've got multiple green candles breaking over red there, Chris, or everybody who's short on ENPH. So this is looking like the bottom. We definitely do not want to see a pivot breach of 165. But I will say that typically on negative news, at that point, if it's still below VWAP, you have the hope that it's going to fail VWAP. But with positive news, the way it was, this could be around the bottom. And that would be entry for you guys on a 5-minute candle at 165 if it hits 165 for $6 of risk on end phase. If that's the bottom, the market, could be nicer though to help push things up. No option. F that. All right. Have our options junkie. Yeah. He says yes. So anyway, Vinny asks, I think you said that you can write checks against like Microsoft if you use it as a forever hold. You never said how many shares you need or how to do that. Okay, Microsoft currently is $300 a share, right? If you have a margin account, depending on which brokerage you go to, they can let you write checks against what you've invested in, on margin. I don't recommend that. I'm not going to recommend that. I can't recommend that over the air like this because that's dangerous, but it is Microsoft, but you need to figure, crashes into Microsoft as well. So can Microsoft pull back 20, 30, 40, 50%? Yeah, maybe so. And if you can only borrow 50% of the value, then you can only borrow 50% of the 50% that you project it could potentially go down. So you can only borrow 25% safely. Again, it might not be safe, and you're going to have to discuss those risks with your broker and your advisor and your financial advisor. But if you got 300 share, if you have one share of Microsoft, and you have a margin account, might be able to get, borrow $75, half of half, safely. So, but anyway, if you, it is a place, for your forever hold portfolio, if you want to put $100,000 into Microsoft, which I don't recommend, but if you have your portfolio nicely diversified and then you borrow against it, that's how you do that. That's how you can write checks against your holdings. You can't do that with an IRA, obviously, a tax-free account. But if you're going to hold stocks forever anyway and never sell them, then you don't need to do that in a tax-free account. And your tax-free account is where you want your most churn, really, kind of opposite from what you would think. But if you're using your IRA for your retirement, which is what most people would do, then you want to have your forever holds in there. Oh, the short on ENPH was because it started going down. Somebody says, can you please tell me your reasoning for shorting ENPH? Because it was going down. I wish, people try to make trading so complicated. But that was it, It was going up this morning, and then it decided, nah. And so where's the bottom going to be? We don't know. But it had a lot of room because it was up since yesterday. There's going to be a bottom somewhere, and you don't know what the bottom's going to be. Right when you get in could be the bottom, and then, you lose. But if you're not willing to get in the ring and get punched in the face, then you'll never win anything, because in order to win a fight, you have to get in the ring. So it's not like we knew something. We took a risk, and that's how you make money. Take risks. Yeah, it's, gap fill happens 5% of the time, Stu, by the way. Large gap fills 5% of the time. So it's not like necessarily we were playing gap fill, but yeah, it was gap fill-ish strategy, because it would retrace something. Gaps retrace 25%, 80% of the time. That's a lot more reliable than trying to get a full gap fill, which only happens 5% of the time. 95% of the time, you'll lose. Yeah. All right, you guys, interesting morning. End phase possibly is going to break down further. If it doesn't, it's continued sign of momentum shifting and bottoming. If it does break down further, it's going to, don't sell. Keep your short going. If it does reverse over 165, you can get in long for $6 of risk, and you should exit your short. All right, so 165 is the pivot point. All right, I'll see you guys all in the group. Everybody out there, if you want to come check out our group, click the link. There's a link in my bio profile over on TikTok. There's a link in the stream here, wherever you are. Just click the link, find it, come on into our trading group. See you soon. Later, everybody.